Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Detroit Pistons. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. Let's take a look at the numbers for LeBron James.
And guys, his effective field goal percentage is trending in the wrong direction over the past 5 games. Shot discipline hasn't been the best. He'll be looking to play a smarter game tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. And for the Nets. Well, Richard, we've had the Big Three era, then the Super Team era. But what era do you think we're in right now?
Well, you still need at least one superstar to win it all. The teams are focused. More on surrounding their stars with high-quality role players instead of going all in on super teams.
And it's the Pistons to start out. Here's Harden. Fires from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to LeBron. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Intercepted. Şengün with the ball. LeBron outside. Launches it. Trains the three-pointer.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
LeBron's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. Carter outside. Pass to Thompson. From deep, Harden. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And Şengün throws it down.
Punishing the rim right there. Şengün.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. We talked about the respect he has for Jimmy Butler and everything that Jimmy Buckets brings to the table. He told me Butler's special. He impacts the game with the ball, without the ball, and with his defense. But he said as much of a challenge as Butler presents, we're ready. Guys?
Thank you, David. It's the Nets now after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Washington. Rebounded by the Pistons. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times. But they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
must have left her dancing shoes at home. I can never see that.
It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. Out to Carter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for the Pistons, Carter, 2 shots.
That's good from Carter. Carter hits them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to Washington. Guarded by Hart. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on James Hart. The Nets shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Number 8. At the line, 2 times.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. Pistons trail by 4. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Carter left side. And stolen by Şengün. Now, here's Washington. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Driving to the basket. Yes, that goes in. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Brooklyn?
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
So it's the Pistons now, following the bucket by the Nets. And the rejection by LeBron.
A versatile, talented defender, LeBron excels at using his athleticism and length to block so many shots.
Pass to Washington. Back to LeBron. Left block shot on the way, and he can't bank that one in. Pistons trail by 3. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
It's his first trip to the line.
At the line, P.J. Washington. Stepping to the line with 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
That one is off. No good on the second free throw. Pistons trail by 3. Throws it up high. And they get it back. Harden's shot is good. LeBron with it. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. throws it down hard.
Okay, wow. Oh, man, LeBron James getting acrobatic, putting on a show. I see you, big fella.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Only 3 games until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the West will be won. Taking a look at Brooklyn, right now the 6th best record in the conference, looking to hold on to playoff position and finish the regular season strong.
And right now for Brooklyn, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
But it's something we expected. This team was built to compete with anyone.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Carter against Şengün. And it's blocked by Şengün.
And so often is the case. Şengün in the right position to make the play. That's just great defense.
Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Hey, when you trust your shot like he does, it doesn't matter how much size you're giving up. He feels the mid-range in his territory.
And the basket by Harden.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Thompson against Washington. There's the triple. Rebound, Detroit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Thompson sets the pick for Harden. It's rebounded by Şengün. That's leading by 3. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but has also led the league in assists. So it's pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Bucket is good. Harden's got 12.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
Pass to Washington. And here is James into the lane. And the layup's good off the glass. He's got 7.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
There's 1:54 left to play in the first. Carter outside. All sorts of time. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets 1 to go.
There's 1:38 left in the first quarter. James, the pass to Washington. Back to James. Down low. Here's Şengün. It's blocked.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
The 3 from Harden. Hits the 3-point bomb. Harden's got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
What a game from Harden, filling it up. James, look, everyone knows this man is just a gifted scorer.
54 seconds left in the first quarter. It's tipped. Now Thompson. He has yet to score. Carter down low. Washington's on him. 6 on the shot clock. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And James James throws it down.
We see it every night. LeBron with great rhythm off the dribble.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Harden inside the three-point line. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
Şengün with a screen on Harden.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Nets leading by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Tyler Hero out there with Harden. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Lobbed up there for Thompson. And they'll get another chance.
A highly talented two-way player. Butler is also known for his tough-nosed approach to the game.
The Pistons shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Jimmy Butler, shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
Nets leading by 3. He's covered by Hero. On the wing, James. Here's Şengün. And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Now, Hero. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Harden sets the pick for Hero. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so James will bring it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Following this run, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home.
Such a wizard with the ball. James always finds the open man.
The Pistons shooting poorly, just 35% so far. And here's Harden. 15 points in the game. For the 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Zubac defending. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Şengün. And the rejection by Zubac. Drills the three-pointer. 7 points in the game.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Second personal call. Team second.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And the Nets making a change here. Hayes is checked in.
And Hero, one of those guys in the league that can nail free throws with his eyes closed.
James looking it over. The three. Thompson with the rebound. Pistons trailed by 8. A shot by Harden. Wide open. He drains the quick shot. Harden's got 17 now.
Dangerous with and without the rock. Harden is accurate on the catch and shoot.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Pass to Hayes. To the inside. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Zubac's with it. Here's Harden on the wing. Lobs it up for Zubac. Stolen. On the wing, James. He's covered by Hero. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. In the corner, Harden off target with his 3.
In the first quarter, he was raining down 3. That's not the case here in the second.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys couldn't say that. But Harden absolutely can. He's an elite scorer turned elite passer. Your offense has to orbit around him when he's on the floor.
Pistons trail by 12. Outside, Hero. Butler hammering it home.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight coverage.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Back to LeBron. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Pistons. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
And on top of probably having the better talent, they never let up. Great effort, great win. He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. The Pistons making a change here. Diabate's checked in. Now let's check out and highlight the best defenses in the NBA. In fourth, the Pistons.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Off target from the baseline.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
A short corner 3 there for Hero. Such a smooth stroke from deep.
Nets leading by 4. James outside from 18 feet away. Another shot, and he lays it up and in. He has 6.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Diabate. Harden left side. Zubats with the screen for Harden. Off target from the wing.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Wasted no time on that one. And now it's a 9-point Nets lead.
That's his second triple of the quarter and third of the game. Keep building.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Zubats. Harden outside. Zubats with the screen for Harden. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping him.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Pistons trailed by 11. Here's Zubats. Here's Diabate. And it's denied. To stop the run. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Harden's got 19 points. Brooklyn's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Pass to Hayes. Now here's LeBron. 5 on the clock. Oh, LeBron's just too strong inside.
At this point in time, you have to understand that if LeBron James is on the inside, he has so many ways to beat you. A little contact's not going to do anything.
For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. LeBron with the block. .139 left to play here in the second quarter. This one for 3. From range, LeBron is good.
LeBron really added this into his game later in his career, becoming a threat from deep.
Harden inside the three-point line. The rebound by the Nets. James has got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the left wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Nets.
Substitutions on the court.
Pass to Hayes. McCollum outside. Yes, that's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Now, Hero. Shot to stop the run. It doesn't go for him.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Brooklyn leading by 14. Pass to Hayes. Fires the 3. No good from LeBron. And for the Pistons, they're shooting just 39% in their second quarter. Harden, no good.
And even though the quarter has been a struggle, it doesn't look like he's lost his confidence. He keeps looking for a shot.
Lets it go from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball. 12 points for him.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Nets lead by 17. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much with J.B. Bickerstaff.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Greetings, everybody. Before we delve into the first half analysis, let's bring you up to speed on the power rankings at this critical stage of the season.
When I look at the Nets headed down the final month of the season, at this point, they are who they are, a middle-of-the-pack club.
Yeah, decidedly average. Maybe they'll turn the corner late. Who knows? We've seen it happen. Let's move on now to that first half we were watching. A brutal game so far for the Detroit Pistons.
Well, the energy they're putting out is not going toward their defense. Problem is their offense can't keep up with those guys. So the D has to pick up the slack or this thing is over.
Man, you know they're getting an earful right down in that locker room. We'll see who's listening.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points and close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
From outside, off the mark. Pistons trail by 17, and for the Pistons, the three, a rebound by Washington. The Nets shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. They set the screen. Off target from outside.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Harden. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Let me say this. If you need it, he's got it. Harden does everything you want out of an offensive weapon.
The Pistons have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
And how many times have we seen Harden at the free throw line in his career? I mean, the man lives to put pressure on the defense.
And so he makes both from the line. Nets leading by 15. Outside, James. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to be on James Harden.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
The Nets shooting their fifth and 6 free throws of the game.
Number 8.
The first one falls. And he makes the first but misses the second. Pistons trail by 16. Pass to Thompson. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for two. Thompson's got his first basket.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
Outside, James. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, Richard, you were a teammate of LeBron James's, winning a title in Cleveland with him, playing with LeBron. What was something you learned about his game and about him?
Well, I learned that he takes the greatness that has been bestowed upon him as a gift, and it is a curse, but he understands how to handle both.
Free throw good, LeBron. And Richard, you've watched LeBron James over the years. His approach never wavers. It never changes.
He is all business all the time, on the court, off the court. The consistency of his focus and mental toughness is unbelievable.
And both free throws, good for James.
Some things change, but LeBron stays the same. Still the same leader on the floor, the same player. It is truly impressive.
Back to Harden. No good on the three. Nets leading by 16. Here's Washington. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Washington's got his second basket of the game.
This is something that Goonie does well for his position, connecting on timely passes.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Here we go, fans. Get on your feet. Get loud. It's time for team fight.
With 3 games left until the start of the playoffs. Let's see how the East will look. Take a look at the Pistons. They're holding the edge for the last playoff slot. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings.
And checking out Detroit, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
They do look like they're the same kind of team they were last year. Good, but not special.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 21. And Thompson kicks to Carter. And here's Harden for 3. A rebound by Washington.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Detroit on D. It's an 18-point game. Back to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Harden. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Launches a 3, and the 3 ball is good. Harden's got 24.
No problem for Harden scoring under pressure.
From past the arc, that's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Harden, following the 3-pointer by Brooklyn. On the wing, Thompson. Another 3 for Detroit.
If he develops a consistent 3-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
Nets leading by 17. Pass to Washington. Now James. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Harden with it. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and stolen by Şengün. Washington against Thompson. Goes up on the block, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Pistons trail by 17. Carter down low, covered by LeBron, and it's Carter missing. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Şengün, and again, no good by Brooklyn.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Detroit, no good that time either.
How did he brick that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Washington. The kick out to LeBron. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got 6 assists here tonight. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. While we've got a moment, let's now take a look at the teams that had the most second chance points on the season. In the third spot, the Pistons.
One of the better rebounding teams in the league, especially on the offensive end. They never take that for granted in terms of whether the shot's going in.
Pistons trail by 20. Outside Jennings. James kicks to Thompson. Clock at 6. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. Zubac is checked in for Asar Thompson. And the Pistons with possession here. 4 on the shot clock. And it's blocked. Pass to McCollum. Fires top of the key. And he comes up with the deuce. McCollum's got 5. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Nets.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at them.
Here's McCollum. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Hayes, and then jammed down as he goes right over Ivica Zubac.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Jennings, following the bucket by the Nets. Lobs it up for Zubac. James kicks to Jennings. There's a screen, a 3-ball, and Jimmy Butler good for 3. 11 points in the game.
And down in the corners, Butler can be dangerous. He's pretty comfortable with that shot.
To the paint. Again, the Nets for 2.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Pistons trailed by 21.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Lauri Markkanen? He's getting around 4 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
Yeah, there's no doubt he has been inconsistent, which is unusual for him. But when he turns it back around, boy, you better watch out.
And the first one drops.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Heroes checked in for the Pistons. Good on both. And there's a minute 45 left in the third. Pass to Zubac. Five to shoot. And it's blocked. They get it back. He gets it in there. Zubac has got his first basket of the night. Nets leading by 21. Here's McCollum. He has 5. From deep, sinks the three-pointer.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
1:04 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Zubac. Left side, Hero. Here's Jennings. He's guarded by McCollum. There's Hero with the 3. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
27 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Jennings with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. Now, Hero. 9 points in the game so far. Outside Jennings. Inside. For 3. It's good from long range. He's got 6.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Nets out in front, delivering the blowout. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Lauri Markkanen. He's out there with Şengün. C.J. McCollum out there with LeBron James. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Jennings passes to Thompson. Jennings a screen on Markkanen. Here's Thompson beyond the arc. And another 3 for Detroit.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Nets leading by 18. McCollum finds Markkanen. McCollum with the ball. Lets it go with a 3. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Great shot by McCollum. He takes pride in knocking down those 3s.
Pistons trailed by 21. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. And stolen by Şengün. Pass to McCollum. It's up a 3. That one's not going to go. And, well, Detroit shooting around 40% from the floor here. Outside, Hero. And stolen by LeBron. And here is Şengün. Lays it up off the glass.
And that's why you don't let them get positioned deep in the post.
And they need better team defense. Help out your man in the post. It takes multiple guys to stop him.
Outside, Hero. Thompson sets the pick for Hero. Left side, Jennings. Thompson in the corner. In recent history, GA, we've seen some so-called redshirt rookies really thrive in their first season.
Oh, great call, partner. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid, Chet Holmgren, the latest, were all forced to sit out their first year. But They got to be around the team, soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you can't really argue with the results.
And that one misses. A different look here for Detroit. Jimmy Butler comes in for James. And James Harden subbed in for Hero. And he's good on the second. Brooklyn with the ball. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. LeBron outside to the middle. And they double up Markkanen. 6 to shoot. The Nets working the ball around now. And here's McCollum for 3. And Detroit has possession. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Markkanen dishes to McCollum. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
To the paint, here's James, and the dunk by James.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you got to make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Harden the pass to Thompson. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Markkanen's got 4 rebounds in this game. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Clearly a foul.
Team foul. At the line, number 55. At the line, 2 times.
And he makes the first. And Brooklyn making a change here. Washington's checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Carter's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Detroit. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Carter. Fires for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
3.
The list of guys who have led the league in points and assists, well, it's a short one. That includes James Harden, LeBron, Wilt, Oscar, amongst others.
Back to McCollum. Over Harden. McCollum, no good. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Harden with a screen on Washington. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. You think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, doesn't it feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all?
McCollum deciding where to go with it. James in the post. And he can't jam it through. Down low. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit's still large, but now not insurmountable.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
McCollum outside. Pass to Washington. Hands it from downtown. And the Nets lead by 21.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Fires the three. Another three for Detroit.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Brooklyn leading by 18. Pass to McCollum. Floats it up for James. And stolen by Thompson. 3-on-3. And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, so often we see this. Transition buckets off turnovers.
And there's no defense for that. Live ball turnovers, they are the worst.
For Brooklyn, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. LeBron outside. Back to McCollum. 4 on the clock. From deep Washington. Detroit with the rebound. Al Harden. Pass to Carter. Back to Harden. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists in the game. And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now.
Stand. Oh, you know how this goes. You get on the big screen if you shift to your opportunity. Let's see those moves. Oh, sit down.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. During that break, listened in on Jordy Fernandez's huddle. He told them it's all about maintaining the lead. He told them he knows it's easy to get comfortable when you're in this position, but that they need to keep the pressure on. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Pass to Washington. James wide open. And that time, also a missed shot. Pistons trail by 14. Now, here's Thompson. Şengün covering. He can't hit that time. And for the Nets, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Back to James. Şengün with a screen on Hart. Bangs home the trifecta. 22 points for him.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Thompson for 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nets.
Their inside game was what secured them to win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for LeBron.
He limited the opposing offense's impact as well with some superb defense, finding lots of chances to knock away shots.
And here is Washington. Lets it fly. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to LeBron. Guarded by Harden. Here's Washington. Over Thompson. And it's Washington missing. Now here's Harden. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, LeBron. You got after it on defense. You look motivated.
You know, I heard it all from, is this the last that we've seen of LeBron and the passion that he plays? And then defensively, he's not very good defensively, but you can't single me out. It will never be a possession where a coach or a teammate or a player on the opposing team will single me out defensively because I'm in tune with that side as well. So, we got a lot of guys that play the defensive side, and it's important for me to be on that side as well and take that challenge just as much as offensive end.
Seems like you took some words to heart, man. Thanks. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation on 2K Sports. And as we leave, we present our player of the game.